What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. It's been a little while since I posted, but there's been a lot going on, and anyways, I've researched another one, and I've been in the works of having another series type thing for the channel. Been doing research for it as well, so I'm really hoping that my dogs decide to not completely interrupt me during this one. Sorry, but okay, we're back with haunted places in each state. We've made it to Kansas, so we're gonna talk about haunted places in Kansas. If my dog will stop licking me long enough for me to read. Anyways, okay, remember, these are in no particular order. They're just either how I come across them or just how I have them listed. Anyways, the first place that we're going to talk about is the McIntyre Villa. I think that's how you say it. Is built or something in 1889. In Atchison, Kansas. It is one of the most haunted homes in Kansas. It's known for its elegant architecture and its share of supernatural happenings. This beautiful home is also known on the National Register of Historical Places. Legend has it that the former owner, Nellie McIntyre, I think, died in the house and that her ghost still lingers here. Guests have experienced cold spots, flickering lights, and unexplained feelings of being watched. The 1889 McIntyre Villa is open to ghost hunters, paranormal investigators, or curious people who just want to see if they can hear the strange noises or see strange lights. Many overnight guests claim to have witnessed spirits or other weird-like things happening when they stay the night there. There are 4 floors that you can explore, and you can stay overnight in the house. It costs $400 for up to 10 people to spend the night in the villa. The second place we're going to talk about is Fort Leavenworth. It's perfect for people who are interested in supernatural and military history and the culture of the military as well. There are many reports of haunted historic buildings, ghostly encounters, and unexplained phenomena for military personnel and residents of Fort Leavenworth. Haunted places at Fort Leavenworth include the Rookery, I guess the oldest home in the state of Kansas, the Disciplinary Barracks, Fort Leavenworth National Cemetery, the U.S. Disciplinary Barracks Cemetery, and more. The Frontier Army Museum offers a haunted Fort Leavenworth tour in October. This is a walking tour and it lasts about 2 hours. Number 3 place that we're going to talk about is Midland Railroad Hotel. It is a charming historic hotel in Wilson, Kansas, that takes you back to the golden era of rail travel. Originally built in 1899, it features 28 guest rooms on 3 levels, all comfortably renovated during a 6-year renovation project that cost over $3 million apparently. This hotel has a ghostly reputation. The apparition of a little girl is often spotted in the hotel's hallways or jumping on the beds. Hold on, sorry. My dog brought in a giant stick and she's crazy. According to an article in Main Street, Kansas, an article, there's not a single hotel employee who hasn't seen or felt something strange in this hotel. The 3rd floor is supposedly the most haunted in the entire hotel. And then number 4, we are going to talk about the historic Wolf Hotel, located in Ellenwood. It has been a hub for paranormal activity. It was built in 1894. The Wolf Hotel was a high-end hotel with 30 rooms, full of salesmen and guests traveling by railroad on the Santa Fe Trail. Today, the hotel is run like an Airbnb, and guests have access to living areas and the kitchen. Many guests leave their spooky encounters written in the hotel's guest book. There's a ghost named Bernard Millet who died in the Sunflower dining room in 1927. The hotel also offers themed ghost tours for those wanting to experience a spooky encounter. Sorry, man, breathing in my face is not going to help you cool down. I know it's hot outside, but you chose to be out there. Anyways, the final place that we're going to talk about is the Sallie House, which is probably the most well-known out of all of the haunted places in Kansas, at least that I can think of anyways. The Sallie House is located in Atchison, Kansas as well. It is rumored that Sallie is a little girl ghost that haunts the place. But she never lived in the house. There is no record of a little girl named Sallie living in the house. Can y'all get out from underneath the table? Yeah, Sallie never actually lived in the house. There's a rumor, well, back during the time of when Sallie was supposedly died in the house, there was a doctor who lived in the house. And he lived in the upper level where his practice was on the main level of the house. So rumor has it that a woman brought her little girl, Sallie, to the house because she was in a lot of pain. The doctor presumed, because of where the pain was located and how much pain she was in, that her appendix was about to burst or rupture or whatever. So he had to do a rushed appendectomy to remove her appendix before it burst, because if it burst, then she could die. But the stuff that he gave her to knock her out so he could perform the surgery, he couldn't wait for it to fully kick in because he was afraid that the appendix was going to fully burst. So she was still kind of conscious and aware of what was going on when she was having the surgery. And because of that, she bled out faster because I guess she was panicking. And, you know, like when you panic, your heart beats faster, which makes your blood pump faster. So she bled out and she died because of this botched surgery. But then again, there's also really no record of this little girl named Sallie coming to have her appendix removed at this house either. Like, the doctor, I guess, kept, like, files and stuff of all the patients that he did surgeries for or just checked up on or anything in his house or anywhere around the neighborhood, because I'm pretty sure he performed house calls as well. But there was no record of a little girl named Sallie. So, there are many, many things that people are not sure of, like, because the doctor obviously was a male doctor, considering the time most doctors were male, not all of them were male doctors at the time. She does not particularly like males, guys in general. She's not a fan. They tend to have the worst experiences when they're in the house. But seeing as it's a little girl, and a lot of women who come into the house experience a more motherly connection to the spirit. So people are still not fully sure because of how violent it can be, and with all of the things that tend to happen in the house, they're thinking it's more not human, maybe a little demonic, maybe a poltergeist, because it does have the ability to move things around the house, turn on the radio, the TV. It also has had the ability to take something out of a box that has been wrapped and put it outside of the box without even removing the wrapping paper from the present itself. And also because before the time of the first true, like, thing that we really know of the encounter of Sallie, which was back in the 90s, I think. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember exactly. But before that, there was a kind of phenomenon going on around the Kansas area. Not just in Kansas, but it was popular in the Kansas area, like Kansas City, Atchison, and all of those areas. The Satanic Panic. There is a pentagram in the basement of the Sallie house. They have scrubbed it, they have burned it, they have done everything they can to remove it, and now it's just a black blob on the floor. So it could have been something that was summoned during one of those things that happened there. We are not 100% sure, and honestly, we may never actually know. I personally don't believe that Sallie is an actual human entity. I believe that it is something much darker, considering of all of the things that have happened to people in that house. I mean, the father of the little girl that we have the most like recorded attacks of, that man with all the horrible scratches that drew blood that he had on him because of her or this entity, is insane. I remember hearing somebody talk about they were in the basement of the Sallie house and they thought that they got scratched as well, but when they went back up the stairs and pulled up their pant leg, it actually burnt the hairs off of his leg. Not scratched. He thought he had been scratched. No, he got burned, which is insane considering the fact that it burnt the hair off of his legs. Like, you could literally see the singe marks. Like, he showed a picture. You could see the singed hair, but his pants weren't burnt. His skin didn't even really look burnt, but he could feel it because it burnt the hair off of his legs, which is completely crazy to even think about being able to happen. But yeah, it's a crazy one. I don't think I could ever personally be brave enough to go into the Sallie house. It's a scary thing to think about, truly. But yeah, that's all I have for this week's video. It might be a little shorter. I'm not really sure. It was interrupted by the dogs again, but that's fine. But yeah, y'all let me know about your thoughts of the places that I talked about in this video. If you think I left out anything even scarier or more paranormal than any of them that I talked about. If you want me to go more in depth about any of the places that I have talked about in this video or even in previous videos, please let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, I think that's all I have for this video. So I will see you guys next time. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment and share with a friend, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.